The DSA test kit allows you to measure the total microbiological population in any deposit or on any surface. This includes processed surfaces, coupons and biofilm collection devices, as well as biofilter media, biofilm, and solid deposits. Within the DSA kit, there are 3 sampling options. Surface swab for production surfaces, measure deposit for media and solids, biofilm collector or corrosion coupons. One of the most important steps for any microbiological test is sampling. Be sure to be consistent and take into consideration the application. Collect the recommended sample volume in a clean and contamination-free sample bottle. Ideally, the sample should be tested immediately after sampling for best results, or within 2 hours of collection. The first step is to rehydrate your freeze-dried luminase enzyme. This involves removing the rubber stopper from the amber luminase vial, opening the clear vial of buffer, and pouring it into the amber vial. Let it sit for 5 minutes to completely dissolve, and when the liquid is clear, you're ready to start. If your luminase is already rehydrated, let it come to room temperature before beginning. The luminase enzyme will degrade over time and with exposure to heat and direct sunlight, so the calibration step should be done at least once per day or before each set of samples. This allows you to standardize the enzyme's activity against a known concentration of ATP. To run the standard, hold the UltraCheck bottle vertical and add 2 drops, 100 microliters, of UltraCheck to a new test tube. This is known as the assay tube. Using the blue micropipette and a new pipette tip, add 100 microliters of luminase enzyme to the assay tube. The reaction between the enzyme and ATP will occur right away. Mix well for 5 seconds and insert the tube into the photon master luminometer to take the reading. The measurement should be taken within 5 to 15 seconds for maximum accuracy. Your result should be at least 5,000 RLU. If it's below 5,000, the enzyme is no longer active and the bottle should be discarded. Rehydrate a new vial if this occurs. Now that you have your calibration reading, this value can be used for any samples tested over the next few hours. To test a production surface, open a new sterile swab and wet it with LumiSolve. Swab an area of approximately 2 by 2 inches. Insert the swab into a 5 ml Ultralase 7 extraction tube. Cap the tube and let it sit for 5 minutes. To increase the sensitivity, increase the surface area swabbed. If testing a deposit or media sample, weigh out approximately 1 gram of sample. Transfer it to a 5 ml Ultralase 7 tube. Cap and mix well and allow it to sit for 5 minutes. If testing a biofilm collection device, remove the device from the process and shake gently to remove excess fluid. Record the area of the coupon and insert it into a 5 ml Ultralase 7 tube. Cap and mix well to extract the ATP. Allow it to sit for 5 minutes. Once the ATP is extracted, transfer 1 ml of the solution into a new 9 ml Ultralute dilution tube. Using a new pipette tip, transfer 100 microliters of the Ultralute dilution tube to a new assay tube. Add 100 microliters of the luminase enzyme. Again, mix for 5 seconds and take the reading in the luminometer within 5 to 15 seconds. The luminometer records the result in relative light units, RLU, and through a simple calculation done automatically in the software, the result is converted to picograms of ATP per milliliter. Refer to the data interpretation guidelines in your test kit instructions for good control and high-risk ranges. Because every process is different, baselines for each system should be obtained before using ATP to make process control decisions.